So here we are, forced into a position where we have to have serious conversations about Donald Trump's policy positions. So we've talked about his policy positions in regard to Mexicans. Build a wall. They're all rapists and criminals. Most of them. I hear some of them are decent. Anyway, we're going to make Mexico pay for that wall. The Chinese, I'm going to get them. I'm a better negotiator than them. The Persians, pretty good negotiators. This is what substitutes for foreign policy in Donald Trump world. But he has said something specific about Iraq. First, he said he wouldn't have gone in. Now, of course, he said that way after we went in. It's fairly convenient after it turned out to be a disaster. Classic Donald Trump. For whatever it's worth, okay, give him that position. All right, but Donald, if we had gone in, what would you have done? Take their oil. Just put it in my pocket. Sounds like I'm exaggerating, right? That's ridiculous. He didn't actually say that. Oh, yeah, let's go to the record. This is from Donald Trump in 2011. I very simply said that Iran is going to take over Iraq, and if that's going to happen, we should just stay there and take the oil. They want the oil. Why should we? We denuded Iraq. Iran is going to walk in and take over the second largest oil fields in the world. Okay, well, you say, oh, man, maybe he didn't mean take the oil. I mean, that's a ridiculous proposition, right? What do you mean? Like, we're just going to go back to the colonial power days where we go, okay, I will come in, I am the conquistadors, I will, kill your men, rape your women, and take all your natural resources. And in this case, talk about the women in Iraq, okay? So, but the bottom line was to go and steal other people's property, right? I'm going to take your gold and now oil. So he must have meant it in a more nuanced way, right? Nope. In 2013, he doubled down. He said, I said we should take it, Iraq's oil, and pay ourselves back. Now, wait, what do you mean pay ourselves back? We invaded them. And remember, at least Bush and Cheney had the decency to pretend that it was for Iraqi freedom. They claimed we were liberating the Iraqis. Trump makes no pretense of it. No, we go over there, we kill a lot of them. Some of our guys die. We get paid back in oil. What? Well, I take the oil. But, Donald, what does it mean to take the oil? So, does it mean I just give it all the contracts to ExxonMobil and American oil companies? Usually that's how they do it while pretending to be liberating a country, right? But this guy is unsophisticated. This guy has no nuance. And by the way, that's why it works among Republicans. They look at this and they go, yeah, that's right, man. Why don't we take the oil? There's 24% in the Republican field. He's clearly number one at this point. A lot of people going around, yeah, we went over there to Iraq. Why am I taking the oil? What do you mean take the oil? What does it mean to take the oil? You take it from their sand. You put the fear of God in their desert. Take the oil from their sand. I don't know why God got all mixed up and put it in there under their sand. You take it and you put it in my car. Problem solved. But a guy this stupid, this unsophisticated, actually in charge of the largest army ever built, Commander-in-Chief of the United States of America, are you kidding me? Wait till you get a load of his next quote on the same topic. I've said it 1,000 times. We shouldn't have been there, but if we're there, take the oil. Take the oil. At least pay back, at a minimum, pay back. Take the oil. Well, guess what? China's taking the oil, but they didn't have to fight. China's not taking Iraq's oil. They have an oil contract with Iraq. So we came in, we made a mess of Iraq, and afterwards, Cheney thought we were going to get all the oil contract for his buddies. Partly it was, his friends at Halliburton, they provide, at the time, military services, perfect. Their stock price literally went up 5-fold during the Iraq War. Dick Cheney got a $34 million exit bonus. And then he delivers that kind of stock performance for Halliburton. Look, the instability in the Middle East drives up oil prices. ExxonMobil already wins from that. Obviously, defense contractors get super rich off the Iraq War. Look, this is how sophisticated evil people do it. But this guy's not smart enough to be sophisticated. He's just like, what? I just take their oil. China took it, didn't it? No, China paid for the oil. They come in and they say, okay, we'll do a deal. And in fact, they outbid some of the American companies. But in reality, what difference does it make? Those companies aren't American. They're multinational corporations. They have shareholders from all over the world. It's not like ExxonMobil's like, I'm doing it for America. No, they're doing it for the buck, man. So just be clear about what you're saying. And is it just about Iraq? No. More from Trump on other countries. In 2011, as Libya exploded in a civil war, as Vox explains, Trump said the U.S. should invade to take the oil. Dude, if you're president of the United States and you go to a country like Iraq or Libya and say, I'm here to take your oil, you know what you're going to do? You're going to cause every Libyan, remember, most of the Libyans were on our side because we were helping to get toppled the dictator Gaddafi. Now, afterwards, it became enormously complicated because they had factional fighting. But in the beginning, most of the population was happy that we were taking down Gaddafi. But if, as you're taking down Gaddafi, you say, oh, by the way, I'm doing it to steal your oil, to steal all of your natural resources, you're not going to get paid off of it, I'm going to get paid off of it. Then I'm pretty sure the Libyan people would have been against us. The Iraqi people, as we had all those ground troops in Iraq, would have all been against us if we declared our stated purpose was to rob them blind. So, do you think that might have gotten more troops killed? Do you have any idea how dangerous this guy is? Sitting at #1 in the Republican field and been there for quite some time. His lead has only grown. You put a maniac like this in charge and he goes around telling the world, we're just going to steal your stuff, we're going to invade your countries and take your stuff. The damage that he can cause is untold. And why does he think this way? Why? Well, it's obvious. This is what he does in business. He goes and he makes a deal with somebody and then he reneges on the deal, or his company goes bankrupt. He just takes their money and runs away with it. His company has gone bankrupt 4 different times, 4 different companies that he ran. And he turns around and goes, I'm a savvy businessman. I just got rid of my credit problems. They were stupid enough to give me the money, so I took it, put it in my pocket. Now there's none left. Ha ha! That's Donald Trump 101. Imagine this guy with his finger on the button. Oh my God, Republican primary voters, I know you're crazy. But you really this crazy? The answer is maybe.